Hello everybody, this is Bird Brain. We're here. We are nerdy for the birdies. So, I'm not going to go do a whole big spiel about it, but the Philadelphia Eagles finished the regular season 14-3, number 2 seed in the NFL, and they prepare to play against the Green Bay Packers. I'm not going to do like this big breakdown like I usually do after games. I'm going to do something pretty short and short, sweet, and to the point. Because, it was the Eagles backups against the Giants today. And the Eagles did exactly as they needed to do. Win. And I was impressed overall. There's obviously things that could be better, but you had your backups, second and third stringers, playing against a starting offense and defense in the NFL. And I know people are going to say, oh, it's the Giants. Well, that's the Eagles' second team. That's not the Eagles' first team. That's the Eagles' second team. They held them to 13 points. The Eagles played the Giants twice this year and gave up 16 combined points. Tanner McKee's first ever NFL start. He throws for 2 touchdowns. Anaya Smith and E.J. Jenkins get their first career touchdowns. Jahan Dotson looked pretty good. Defense, obviously I thought the tackling was a little sloppy, but again, you kind of get that with younger guys. They did what they needed to do. And now this team is rested and ready to go for their big playoff game against the Green Bay Packers next week. But yeah, I'll briefly touch on this. I know a lot of people wanted Saquon to go for the record. I am not one of them. I understand its history and all that, but you cannot in good conscience risk getting anyone hurt, whether it's Saquon, an offensive lineman, anyone. The Eagles played Goddard in this game. He got some catches, and they got him out of there. The Eagles weren't really playing around with some of their better players. Like, they came in situational spots because you can't rest everyone, but that was kind of the situation. But yeah, that's kind of the thought. So, now everyone's hopefully healthy. The offense should be healthy for the first time fully since week 11. We have a chance to make a run here. And I guess my overall takeaway from this game is just really how well coached this team is. And it starts at the top with Nick, and we have to give him credit for this. He put together this coaching staff, and he leads it. It goes to Kellen, having this offense do what it does. It goes to, Vic and Michael Clay and all the, individual coaches. I thought the second team offensive line looked pretty solid. They weren't a great run-blocking line, but pass-blocking-wise, I thought they held up well against one of the better defensive lines in the league. Granted, without Dexter Lawrence, but still. The corners, I thought they played pretty well. Keeley nearly got a pick early on. You look at just various positions. The second and third string Eagles team looked better than the Giants. A team that had aspirations. A team that last week scored 45 points on the Colts. So that's something you should really be proud of. And it's a huge step and a huge, difference compared to last year, what this team was. So yeah, player of the game, I'm obviously going to give it to Tanner McKee. Coming in, first start, played pretty well, didn't make too many mistakes. He's our player of the game. Anyways, this is Bird Brain. I think I'll do a playoff preview later this week talking about the Green Bay Packers. We're off to the playoffs now. The season really starts here. Fly Eagles fly. See you around.